Okay, greetings everyone. This is First and 2753 with the next episode of Geopolitical Simulator 4 Power and Revolution, Neoliberal Approach to Brazil. And I believe in the last episode we started the campaign season. Is that, you're not in the election campaign? Oh, we're not. No, we're not yet. But we did declare, I guess. I do declare. Okay, that's from The Office. I don't know if anyone... let's see. There are a number of lists of actual candidates. That's us down there. Felipe Burham. And, again, he is campaigning for the Liberal Democratic Party, which is a right-wing party. And, let's roll and see what happens here. I thought I was going to be able to start campaigning right away, but no, not yet. Let's go back to... We're only in May. I guess once we get into like August or something like that, the campaign period actually does begin. So, taking a look at the numbers here, growth is still at 10% with our neoliberal policies. Inflation kind of high with 6%. Unemployment, 4%. That's okay. And the goal is $10 trillion. That is the goal of this series, to get Brazil up to $10 trillion. Primary goal of the series, with a secondary goal of getting some sort of hegemony over South America. We have good relations with most countries except for these two, Ecuador and Chile, and here we go, anti-terrorism. Alright, we are running again.
My fellow citizens, it is after intense reflection and multiple consultations that I decided to run for president. Once again, I ask you to grant me the honor of leading the destiny of our nation.
Okay. And
as I predicted, the systematic analysis
61% of the Russian mafia and taken out. Beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. 61% of the Russian mafia. Terrorist organizations. Russian mafia. Down to 364,000 people. I thought it was at 1 million. I think it was at 1 million right before that, because 61% would probably take us to close to 1 million. So let's try to run through June here and get into that election period, right? You are not in an election period. I wonder if I can... Let's meet with a businessman. Right-wing businessman. I think that's corrupt too, actually. I think it might be fraud for me to do that. I don't think I can collect money from them. I can't remember. This guy, the left-wing businessman, likes me too. Let's meet with both of them. Get money from both of those guys. Problem with somebody on their team. Here we go. First meeting. Champagne.
I'd be happy to. That's what we call entertaining.
Okay. Do not speak about me, please. Do not publicly support me. I will compliment you. Say you are the most... Definitely.
It's very kind of you. I'm really pleased.
Definitely the most richest, generous person. And, ooh, we can get legal funding here. So, fund my party.
Yes, it's a good idea. I'll do my best.
Excellent. That sounds like a lot of money. Alright, that's it for that. Let's get some money for this campaign. And there's the second guy. Champagne for you too.
Huh. That's not...
Compliment.
It's very kind.
And...
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good idea. I'll do
double
my best.
whammy on that one. 2 transfers of money should be coming our way. I don't want to hear about this government waste stuff here. I want to get into the campaign period because I was all ready to go. We're going to cut taxes. Oh, there we go. Nice. Great. Billionaires transfer money into the account. 3.9 million. 874 million. Not as much from that left-wing billionaire. Maybe he's not as wealthy. No, we don't want that. Okay, so if this goes into August, I'm not sure I'll make it within the like next 30 minutes. So feel free to post what things you think I should campaign on. I think there was some of that going on in the last episode. But let's look. I'm probably going to want to cut the value-added tax. Let's take a look at income taxes. They're pretty high, especially on that high bracket there. We might want to cut some income taxes. Make a promise there. Look at this budget excess, $158 billion. That's just ridiculous. Public debt went from 1.9 trillion to about 835 billion. That did not work right there. I think most of my campaigning is going to be cutting taxes. Confidential information about Uruguay. We got that one on lockdown. We can move on them pretty quickly.
Our sportsmen are ready. But if I may,
Encourage them. Let's go. Let's do a little bit of encouragement there. But yeah, inheritance tax. Probably going to cut that to get the old folks vote. That's what I just thought of.
a week from the beginning.
I should go into, and then there was housing credits I think I was offering there. Housing credits sound like a good idea. We're going to cut some taxes. We're going to offer some housing credits. And I'm not going to do any type of drilling or environmental campaigning. But let's take a look at these unions real quick. Most of these unions pretty much like me. Who are these guys? Aircraft carriers and National Chemical Industry. Yep. Oh, who's that? United Power of Public Leaders. Ah, that's what I forgot to do in the last episode. I am going to raise the salary of the public leaders just in order to keep them matched with inflation and maybe even bring down some inflation. It's only cost me $1 billion to do that. And demonstrations. Employer, what are you worried about?
Business leaders are currently marching through the city relatively calmly without...
That should, hopefully, maybe even cut some inflation. Ah, look at that, 6.22. It's growing. It is definitely growing. I gotta do something about inflation. I don't know what that noise was. GDP, or date, is at 3. What? 26. We're stuck on the 26th here. And I think the whole World War III scenario did end here. But I think NATO might have gotten broken up. Let's take a look at the map real quick, see what happened to NATO. Did NATO get broken up? And with the Irish series, which I also will be releasing 1 or 2 episodes this weekend, just kind of doing some research on where I get the best prices for everything. So sorry, I've been busy with that. I'm going to be coming into it. NATO, Ireland is not in NATO, we knew that. NATO still holds, actually. Yeah. Alright, NATO has held after that war.
Undoubtedly,
We'll get an endorsement from her, for sure. Get her to take out that party card. That's always good. And we are coming to the end of the month. We're going to get some budget numbers pretty soon. Recruitment for the military.
Defense does not have enough.
Okay, let's recruit 5,000, I guess. Refuse. That'll create 5,000 new jobs. Okay, let's crank this up to 40,000. 140,000. $140. Oh my god, no way. There we go. 66. That would only cost $1.8 billion to hire that many people in the army. We're going to take baby steps here. Gradually move.
One of my men succeeded in infiltrating.
Yes, infiltrate.
Good news. Our financial performance in the last quarter shows a cash surplus.
26
This will
billion.
help us reduce our debt service.
A $26 billion cash surplus. That is huge. Huge. Okay. Oh my god. Public debt is plummeting. Sit-in for liberties and militarism. Yeah, not a problem.
One of my men succeeded in
Infiltrate. Very good.
For the moment, we have...
Now let them protest. I'm not gonna disrupt anything. I really just want to run until we get to the campaign period. Let me just double check I'm not in the campaign period right now. No, I'm not in the election period. Alright. Mole unprotected. Refuse. So we gained some information about Uruguay. We increased the size of our army.
I'll give you a quick update on...
Had 2 sit-ins. One is still active. Refused to do that. We cracked down on the mafia. And we're cracking down on some other agencies. And what else did I do this episode? Raise the public employees' salaries. So all that hopefully should have some good effects on the game. 6.35 still. Growth is really high. Look at the GDP though, approaching 3.5 million, 3.5 trillion coming up real quick. Here we go, quarterly numbers. Look at this growth.
Here's our growth forecast for the end of the year based on calculations that we made last month. This is a very good figure.
Very good figure, 10% growth. Unemployment remains the same. No move.
It's true that the blow cannot really be described as fatal. 2 arrests.
2 arrests.
As I predicted, the systematic
The
analysis...
Chinese mafia took out 18% of them. Pretty good. Let's go back after those terrorists again. Go back after the terrorist groups. Confidential information on France. Very good. Infiltration. Meeting request with Argentina. Infiltration. Infiltration. And one last group to infiltrate. Cha-ching. Pause for a second. France. Confidential information. They are financing the Pateni Free Front terrorist group in Thailand. That's not good, France. That's, the rest of the world is not going to be friendly with you if you do stuff like that. Now, this guy, I think I can meet with, right? Good. It looks good. Okay. I'll accept the meeting with him. It shouldn't take too big of a hit. Back him off.
We won the competition.
Nice.
It is unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Big moment.
Brazil! That's like 2 in a row, I think.
Kiss you, for this is a collective victory. In the government, we have also worked very hard.
Brazil!
I must go back. We're having an all-night party with the athletes.
Brazil! Alright, we did it again. Huge, huge victories.
Movement seems to be blowing itself out.
And 14 days to sit in. They are no longer sitting. Let's take a look at sports for a second here. How we doing with FIFA? We gotta be way up there in the FIFA ranking. 3rd overall. How can we be 3rd? We should be number 1. That's ridiculous. No national youth movement. I've cut that. The other thing has been suggested on the channel that
sit-in begins to run out of steam.
in order to appease the neoliberal policies, I do have to start cutting as well.
Sportsmen are ready.
Swimming. Let's go. So I've been cutting taxes. I have to start cutting expenses as well as taxes.
I didn't cut.
And I'm not buying from anybody. We're just gonna refuse that. And ooh, we've got scandals against you. Military alliance. Non-aggression pact, or maybe I should wait. Some people were suggesting I should invade you. And I'm just gonna whoa. Let's at least have coffee.
Sure. Dark and strong.
And that's that. Boom, done with you. I can deal with you later. Right now we're pushing through July. Swimming ambitions, just like the football. And we are rolling. Check out those taxes again. Whew, look at that surplus. 172. We really should be cutting. But I'm going to wait for the campaign. And then I'm going to offer huge, huge tax cuts. Income tax, value-added tax, big ones on value-added tax, because that will definitely increase our purchasing power. Inheritance, We're gonna cut that. Probably cut some company taxes a little bit too, in order to get the what do you call it? The
Our country's
I forgot what I was saying. Thank you. Okay. Public finances looks terrific. Don't even give me that. I do apologize. I am pretty tired. It is a Thursday night here, and it's been a long week. And my mind is not completely into it, so... Ooh! Enough bullying. Bullying! I'm going to go probably another 5 minutes here, and that's going to be the end of this episode, and I'll try to record some longer episodes over the weekend to entertain you. But again, the Irish series will be rolling. This guy wants more recruitment. He's crazy. We should buy some weapons. Do I have any missiles? I need to buy missiles. I got the money. There are tons of missiles. There are tons of rockets, not tons of missiles. Go ahead and buy that. Crank up the missile arsenal to maximize it. And yeah, you can follow me on Twitch. I'm going to post the link to Twitch, my Twitch account, in the description, as well as a link to the Patreon account that I've been getting some supporters now. Thank you very much for my 2 supporters, 2 patrons out there. Much appreciated. Was it Tom? Ooh, forgot the name. Tom. Okay, I'm gonna
Our
give you a shout out in the
officer
next one,
informed
probably.
me that it has had the opportunity to approach this potential informant.
Okay, setting an example. I'm about to doze off here. Trying to keep my eyes open. Brazil! Oh, there's the Brazilian Indian Alliance. Let's infiltrate them. And really, if I can just get to the campaign period, it would be nice. And then you guys can let me know. Oh, more athletic championships. Let me know who you think I should campaign on. Probably going to be mostly cutting taxes. I don't want to cut expenses in this campaign, but once I get reelected, I will go ahead and cut some more expenses. I'll try to find some more expenses to cut and really try to reduce the taxes. But the one big problem that I'm envisioning here, is this inflation number. That's the only biggest problem with the tax cuts. We are over $3.5 trillion in GDP, and the debt is really starting to get paid off here for the most part, because this is a huge surplus. Huge. Insane. Time to increase the wages.
competition will begin in a week.
Which I don't think is against neoliberal policies. People, wages can match inflation rate growth. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, alright, here we are.
The election campaign has officially begun.
Okay.
All candidates are now known. I would strongly recommend that you quickly outline your electoral program and actively participate in the campaign.
Just to remind you, you cannot propose or vote on new legislation during the campaign period, because this might influence voters. I would suggest keeping some of your most popular campaign promises to yourself for the moment.
Can't forget to do that.
Then you can unveil them during the televised debate.
Okay, I'll probably play that again in the next episode. Alright, there it is. Please feel free. Let's see who I'm running against, actually. Alright, we made 15 promises. We've got a couple opponents here. I think this is probably a 2-round election system, to my knowledge. There are congressional elections and presidential elections. I'm going to have to look into that a little bit more next time, because I am having a difficult time keeping my eyes open here. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do feel free to post down below and let me know what campaign suggestions you have for me. And again, the links to Twitch account and Patreon account are down below. If you could subscribe, much would be appreciated. And I appreciate all the, if you can't, donate anything, I appreciate all the emotional support out there for the channel and for the games in the series. But if you can donate, feel free to recommend new series or new ideas or recommendations, because yours will take the priority on the list. Thanks again, everyone, and I'm signing off here. I will see you in the next episode.